What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 572 years. Get this special guest from Missouri to Boston 617. A second to get on here and we will start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booking until August. So inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'll let you know the dates I have available. My interviews are $50 an interview, and we are internationally, not just local. So salute to everybody. It's Sunday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone. Let's go. It's a new month. So keep those crowns up and those frowns down. So we're going to give him a second to get on here. He has a lot to talk about. You're going to go check out everything he's doing. And let's go. Check out Bella's interview from the other day. A new artist trying to get out there. Great talent. So stay tuned on that. Peace, King. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. God bless everybody. God bless. Definitely. The next interview, the Iccy Show's on a week's vacation starting after this interview. So stay tuned. The next one will be on the 7th. Peace, Felix. Nice to see you the other night. Good time. T-Bones, I see you. Peace, everybody. Peace. T-Bones interview's coming up on the 23rd of July, so stay tuned on that. Peace, Don. Peace, everybody. Peace, King. On the 7th, and then on the 9th, and then the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th. July is very busy. I'm just going to say there's going to be interviews almost every other day for the month of July, so stay tuned on that. A couple will be rescheduled, that the last couple ones that were. Peace, King. Peace. Happy Sunday. God bless. If anyone is looking to reschedule the interview, the last couple ones, just inbox me. I do have a cancellation list. I go by if someone does cancel. It might be at the last minute, but I mean, at least I have it. So I'll get you in. So stay tuned. A lot of stuff is going to be happening. The Iccy Show is going to start filming on 2 web series. So I got that going on. Get Fly with 2 Y's, and then also Hustle In. We're going to start filming for that again. So stay tuned on that. So a lot of things about to change, how we have to keep our dudes, keeping the entertainment there for everybody. So salute to everyone that was at Drew's nightclub the other night. It was a great turnout. Good performances from everybody. It was lit in the building, definitely. And it was all positive vibes, as always, Free the jails, let's go. 2023 is here. Peace, Donna. Peace. We got Canada in the building. Salute, Toronto. I see you, Donna. Much love and respect to you. Definitely. Always sending people my way. I appreciate it, definitely. Don't forget, if you ever come to Boston, Donna, I still got your care pack for you. Don't forget that, definitely. So we're going to give him a couple minutes to get on here. And we were supposed to have this interview yesterday, but I had to watch my godson. And I'm going to send you the invite again, okay? Peace, Queen. I see you, Miss Dong. When he comes on, I need everyone to put the hearts up so I can make sure everyone can see me. It says adding. Hey, welcome to the Iccy Show. How you doing? Can everybody see me in there? I just want to make sure before we start this. We've been
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you. Welcome to the Iccy Show. I have Cobra Immortal from Missouri to Boston 617. How you doing? Welcome back to the Iccy Show.
Yo, what's happening? It's your boy C.I. Yay!
I
Boom!
can't really
Yo,
hear you. Is your volume all the way up?
can you hear me?
A little more. Can you put it up a little more?
Okay, how about that?
A little bit better. Some reason I can't really hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, can you hear me now?
It's still the same, but we'll do it as best as we can. Welcome to the Iccy Show. I appreciate you coming back on here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It's your boy CI. Yay! Boom! Yo, Iccy Show. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what have you been doing the last um all right, thank you. Um what have you been doing the last um year? I know you've been doing some music, and are you filming?
It's crazy, man. The last time that I was on the Icy Show, shout out to my homegirl Jackie Brown, the Icy Show, and everybody tuning in. Your boy's just been grinding. You know what I'm saying? Within the last year, and then of course, I've been recording my music and stuff like that, but I just been kind of like figuring out more strategic ways on releasing my products and my music the best way that I can. And so I'm always working, doing new stuff, trying new stuff. But, like I said, man, the grind don't stop. So I just released my project, my 6-song EP, Bad Boy, on the USB flash drive. So I just been trying to figure out a way to move my products more efficiently. Um, I stay in the lab. I'm always networking with people and stuff, but I'm feeling real good about, my USBs, moving through the streets. And because I'm fully aware that you got to have the money. If you don't have a team or a corporation behind you, you got to have the money to back you. So it's like if you got the money to back you, it'll put you in positions to where you can open up some more things. So I'm very happy within the last year, just me making my moves. And I was featured on the newspaper here in my city for music. I was back in January. Um, I did a show in Vegas back in November. I was out there on Fremont Street. So I just been, just following this journey, man. Life is a journey. A journey is life. Music is life, and that's what I've been doing. Your boy just stay some grinding.
Definitely, definitely. I understand that. It is like a roller coaster. But at least you keep on staying on your feet on the ground, and you never gave up. That's the importance. What you're doing, especially being an actor and an artist, it's hard to, put everything together. And if you could pick one movie to be in an actor, what movie would it be?
Oh, it would be like I'm into like movies, about like documentaries. Like I'm really into like the mafia mob movies because it's always about like with them with the loyalty and honor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what CI stands for, and but I would love to have been in like I always want to play like a villain role. I feel like I got the personality to where I could play a villain role or somebody like a Dr. King or a President Obama or but then I could be like a mafia boss like Robert De Niro and them. So if I could have did any movie, it would either be with Scarface, with Al Pacino, or anything with Robert De Niro in, like whether it's Goodfellas, Casino. Like I'm a hustler, so I can relate to what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just love it. I was in a movie, just a short role in 2015. Um, it was called The Lou, the series, and they were going to pitch it to Netflix back in 2015. Shout out to the homie Lacey Turner from the St. Louis film director. And we talked, and I auditioned for the part. And it was kind of like I was just a natural because I felt like my whole life has been a stage. So whether it was music or acting or doing any type of commercials or modeling, I just feel like I just got the knack and the tenacity to do it.
Right. Definitely, definitely. And how do you feel about what's going on around the world right now? How everything's so crazy? Do you feel like it's safe to be performing?
Uh, you know, it's crazy, ma'am, that you mentioned that because I was just talking to some comrades about that, and it we have to remember that, like, anytime I go on a show or do a show in another city or another state, I'm pretty much by myself. I don't have top of the line security. So it is a risk because there's going to be people out there that's not going to like you. They don't like you because of your success and your movement. They don't like you as a person in the beginning, but when they start seeing you, move in a direction that they can't go, that's where it got real. Like, I've said this on many times on many podcast shows or interviews. I've actually had threats on my life because I wanted to be an artist. But it pretty soon, if it doesn't clear up, it's going to be hard to even get shows because you don't see rock bands or country stars shooting up nightclubs. St. Louis, we number one. We're number one.
Right.
And it's like we don't have.
Thank you, Kristen.
It's kind of like we don't have. There's no guidance. You know what I'm saying? We're number one in murder here. Like, uh, even though we don't have the capital like Boston or L.A. or New York, we're number one murder per capita. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty sad, like when you can't even go to a nightclub or something like that or enjoy yourself, whether you ain't performing or not. Because even if I'm not performing, I still like to go check out the other acts because I'm a fan of the music, right? So I'm always wanting to go out and check out other artists that's coming up. And but in the back of your mind, it's like, man, when is danger gonna hit? You feel me? Like
Right.
like when is it gonna hit? And what's going on in our world, man? It's like you see the things that they did with the Supreme Court. They're
Right.
they're steadily moving the pieces to have us blocked in, just like they
Right.
did in January 6th. January 6th, that was a message to everybody that they are coming for you. If we're not united, we're going to be in trouble. I don't see how we can call ourselves United States of America when we're not united. You know what I'm saying? It's been well overdue, but you got one group of people that want to do something about the guns, make it harder for these people to get the guns, and then you got another faction where you got one group of people that's what they want. They thrive off of drama, chaos, division. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
since 2023 hit, every single day there's been a mass shooting in the US. And then when people
Yes.
ask you about it, they're like, you say to yourself, well, which one? Because they want you to be desensitized. They want you to be desensitized to what's going on in our world. And if we don't get it together, man, let's get ready to fall apart, bro.
Yes, definitely, definitely. It's I feel like we're the ones to make a difference. Hip hop in Boston 617 it will be 50 years this month, and we've been celebrating it out here. And what's crazy is I seen I'm 45, so think about it. It's only 5 years older than I was when it started. So
Right.
I've been through a lot of the changes of this industry, especially with the A tracks, vinyl. When I talk to my kids about that, they don't even know what I'm talking about. And I can't blame them because it wasn't their generation. It was my generation. But I feel in my heart that we are the ones to make a change and to change the lyrics of these new coming artists, to get in their head that it's not about shooting this, shooting that, and we got to bring what music is about. It's to touch the soul, not to
Yeah.
touch the soul in a sad way to kill somebody, but to touch the soul in a positive way. If you're having a bad day, put a music, put a song on, and help you relieve that stress or what you're going through that day. People don't talk about, like, back in the day, it used to be Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
A lot of great talent. Frank Sinatra. This younger generation, unfortunately, does not know about the great talent that was back in the day. And I feel like artists like yourself that can make an impact for the new generation that's coming up, so we can get back into swing of the positive and less of the negative. How do you feel about that?
I agree with you wholeheartedly, because me and you, we come from the same era. I was born in 1976, which was the era of funk and soul. And I remember I was like the first rap song came out in 1972, 73. I come in 1976. So I'm as old as hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, um, as a kid, like I remember like when the Sugar Hill Gang, when they came out with that one song, the hip hop, they don't stop. Now what I'm saying is not a test. Like, I was a part of that era, and I feel like to see how hip hop has transformed to where it was, how it started, because like me and the homeboys, we always talk, and we used to get into like some heated debates over it because it's like, no, hip hop started on the East Coast. Rap, gangster rap started on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It is not the
Right.
same. And I feel like kind of hitting on where you were saying, like all of the greats that came before us, like, you Kenny Rogers, Frank Sinatra, Barry Manilow, Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna, to see how all of them, and I remember uh, this is like you were talking about, 8 tracks, vinyls. Now we got the USBs, MP3s, CDs, and all of that. I remember coming home from school, and I remember my mom and dad first getting cable television. Well, soon as cable television came out, that's when I was like trying to check out Yo and TV Raps. And right before, I would literally have 5 minutes to get off the bus, go into the house, get situated, and then I would see Fab Five Freddy. I'd see Dr. Dre. I'd see Ed Lover. And so I was like, the first time I heard rap, I was into it, bro. I was into it. And to see that it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, a $20 billion industry, as a matter of fact, is just amazing. And, the younger generation need to really, pay attention and take notes to what they did back then, because without them, there wouldn't be no Cobra Immortal. There wouldn't be anybody. And that's how I got into music, because I was a fan of the music first by the people that came before me. So I took bits and pieces of what they did, the professionalism, the showmanship, what they did for their communities. I aspire to be just like them, and
Right.
really make a difference in the music industry, man. Because like you said, it's up to us to change it, and I believe that we will change it.
So true. So true. Um, you know, I just wish that things could go back to, when we could leave the doors unlocked, the windows open, people could have block parties and not even know the people and be okay and be, smiling, having a good time. And it's sad that, how this generation has to be now, supposed to what we were used to.
Yeah,
And like I said, I think we need more things for these teenagers to do to keep them off the streets. And if people can get them in the studio or give free studio time, during the summer to those really, those hard going students that are trying to make it, or, trying to do something else, people need to open the avenue. We are getting older, not younger, unfortunately, but we need to appreciate and be appreciative of the time that we have here and
yeah,
be thankful. A lot of people aren't thankful, and I feel like they're just going reckless right now. They're not even caring. They're going this way, skit scat, and partying, 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 when we need to come together and unite more. And like I said, the music scene, we need more music. We need to keep on with the shows. We need to get it rocking, to occupy the time too for the youngins, so they could see what, we could have 500 people at a show and nothing happens. It's all positive vibes.
right.
And, we really need to, especially with 4th of July coming. I'm hoping everyone has a healthy, safe holiday, travel safe, be safe. Don't act stupid in the, act crazy. If you can't hold your liquor, don't drink. Do not drink and drive. These are
Yeah,
all factors that, you need to put in people's head, because they're sitting teeter tottering. Should I take that drink? Should I drive? Should I, and it's not, you're not supposed to be thinking. You're supposed to be open mind, already know what you want and how it's going to end up.
yeah,
I tell people it's about the energy. The energy is about everything. And being an artist yourself, you know what I'm talking about. So when you're performing, you get the crowd going. What is your favorite song to perform?
Oh man, favorite song to perform would probably be like
Peace, Bella. Peace, Prisma.
it would probably one of my favorite songs now would be from my new EP Bad
Just,
Boy. And it's called For Real. Cause like, like in St. Louis, like
just logged out.
I call them the D boys. You know what I'm saying? I used to live in St. Louis for about 10 years, and I got to know a lot of people up there. And so I gravitated to the style of music that they like to do. So I'd have to feel like to perform in today's time now of CI would probably have to say like something from my new project. Even though I had Smash 'em All from my project that I had in 2016, but now to do a fan favorite or a club favorite would be like For Real, and that's on my 6 song EP Bad Boy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Definitely. Salute to you. I'm proud of you. Keep on going. And I know Missouri has been a little dangerous down there. How have you been staying safe down there, being an artist?
Like I remember one time we didn't really get into it, but there was another cat from St. Louis. He had put a post or whatever, and I said we need to do more art. We need to do more things for the artist that's here because someone like myself, I go outside of the box, And then he was like, "Well, what do you do personally for the artists in St. Louis?" I was like, "I don't do anything for them because they don't do nothing for me. Like if I sit back and wait on people to do something for me, it'll never happen. And Cobra Mortal is not going to be lost in the sauce, And I, in this industry, you got to kind of your safety is definitely number one priority. So I'm real aware of how I move and where I go. You know what I'm saying? I'm well, not to say that I'm afraid because I ain't, but because the universe has got my back. But, it's you just don't know what could happen. So like I pick and choose like what venues I do and which ones that I don't do. Like hopefully with as time goes on, by during the summer, at the end of the summer, and throughout the rest of the year, hopefully like because I have a situation going on with the management company right now, and we're in talks with them. So if they say where we should do the shows at, pretty much I follow their lead because they represent the CI brand. But as of right now, being a free agent, I just kind of pick and choose of where I do shows at for the safety part of it, and if it's going to be a big crowd of people, because like I see where the major concerts, like the major artists, they'll have hundreds or thousands of people there. But when I look on social media, because I'm connected with a lot of artists on social media, and when they do performances, I always tap into their live feed to see what they got going on. And I don't really see the crowds like really getting hyped. Like you just see a lot of the artists just staying there doing their thing, but they don't really have a whole lot of fan participation. So I look at all of that. It's like, well, maybe it's the venue, or maybe it's just I don't know. You're just gonna have haters no matter what, whether you're not doing anything or doing something. You're gonna always have people that's not gonna like what you're doing. But I just kind of pick and choose of where I do the venues at, because here in St. Louis, like all the promoters and venue people, they talk to each other. So if you don't show up for a show, if they book you for the show and you don't show up and you don't let them know what's going on, you won't be booked. That's how they roll out here. Like shout out to my boy Raz. He just tuned in. My boy Raz, a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the show with him
Peace to
on
you.
the Underground show, and I performed with Raz that night back in September of last year at Club Legacy in St. Louis, hosted by Cassius Mo McPherson. Shout out to Big Cass. And it was just cool, man. It was just a positive environment. Everything was cool. Everybody performed. Everybody got along, and that's what we need. We need to do that. So um, as long as I know that the safety of the venues are cool and who's behind it, I usually go there. But yeah, but you still got to be careful. You feel me?
Definitely, definitely. Where do you get the most support from around the world with your music?
Oh man, definitely France. London, California, you know, parts, some New York too,
That's
you know what
awesome.
I'm saying? Because I want, Cobra Motor to be global, but mainly like Paris,
Yep.
London, and California, man. Like they really rock with me hard. Out of If I was to pick a demographic, they really rock with CI hard, man. Then I'm starting to see a fan base, with Puerto Rico too, because like when you have the streaming services like Spotify, they help you like tell you where your demographics are going to be. So I'm like, oh,
Right.
okay, I got these fans in Fiji. I got this fan in tour in Italy. Like, like my Spotify, viewers are going up, my streams are going up. So, but they let me know exactly, where it's really happening at. But definitely London, Paris, LA, like, man, they really rock with me out there. But I'm still working to engage and network with everybody. I want the whole world to say, "Hey, man, I know dude." You know what I'm saying? Or he's here, or he's showing up at this venue. So I really just I want the whole world, man. But London, France, and California definitely hollers at your boy
Okay,
Tech.
okay. That's love right there. Definitely. A little different of everywhere. So salute to you, definitely. Are you looking
Yeah.
for a manager right now?
Yeah, like CI is always, open and negotiable with everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I do have a situation going on with a management company based out of Las Vegas. They reached out to me a couple days ago and they were like, when we have the meeting, they can kind of lay out more what they want to do. It's like they said that they've been watching me for some time. Actually, I got a couple of opportunities come. I just feel like, whatever direction the universe wants me to go, and because I was signed to a label in California back in 2014. It was more like a management deal, and then when that company didn't deliver, like I want to work. Like I feel like Cobra Immortal is one of the hardest working artists in all of show business, and I just who what whatever door opens, that's the way that I go, But I'm always open to management, collaborating with artists, producers, because when you put out a new product or project, you want it to all sound differently. So the producers that was on my EP Bad Boy will be different producers on the next project. So I'm just constantly like trying to, advance and innovate my style and my brand. So but yeah, definitely I'm open to holler at anybody, management or label situations, whatever. So let's get it.
Definitely, definitely. Now, do you have any shows coming up?
Uh, I'm working on some shows, and basically I'm kind of wanting to do like my own tour. Basically, I'm touring and marketing, promoting the Bad Boy EP basically right now with the USBs right here. You know what I'm saying? And so hopefully the money that I make from that will allow me to kind of do my own tour. Even though it may not say on the big lights, Cobra Immortal is here, but basically just going to the different cities and doing, whether it's a small venue or a large venue, because performing is the best marketing tool that you have, because the people can actually see you there. So I'm always working on, trying to get new shows and stuff like that. And that's the reason why, like, the artists that I do follow, I kind of like tap in to see where they do the show at, and then I contact their promoters and try to get it happening. So hopefully by this summer, or before the end of the summer, Cobra Immortal will be coming to a city or state near you.
Awesome, awesome. Peace, Vernon. Peace, Pretty Ricky. Peace, everybody tuning in on the Sunday. We got a very special artist. This is his second time being on the Iccy Show. He was on here 1 year ago, and he did rap last time. So I'm asking if you want to spit something on the Iccy Show today. This is exclusive. It's 4th of July, Independence. So would you like to spit something or rap something?
Yeah, I definitely like to spit something. I spit something like loogies.
Let's
You're
go.
gonna see
Let's get
Cobra
it.
Immortal in the Uzi, maybe in a movie, in the drop top with the women they wanna do me. Hey, it's CI. I'm fly like a plane. I blow like a fan, and you all know my name. I'm still going high like I'm riding on the train. And anybody say my name, they're gonna be in vain. Cobra Mortal top tip, no, I'm gonna stop it. Everybody knows when I hustle, get a profit. On the Iccy Show, yeah, we like them so cold. Shout out to Jackie Brown and everybody know, hey.
That's what I'm talking about. So icy on the icy show. Salute. That was fire. Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Respect to you. Definitely. Where can they find their music? Make sure you give any shout out you want to and let them know your social media.
All right, yeah, you can find your boy Cobra Immortal. Yay! Boom! You can find me on Instagram at Cobra Immortal, Twitter at Cobra Immortal, Facebook.com at The Real Cobra Immortal. My music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube. Um, I got two YouTube pages. I got the Cobra Immortal YouTube page, the official page, and then I got a Cobra Immortal topics page because when you come out with more music, they build another page for you because you got a lot of work. So holla at your boy on YouTube, Cobra Immortal CI. I got the USBs right now. You know what I'm saying? Those go for 20 bucks. Plugs right into your laptop, your computer. It's summer. You might as well get it. You know what I'm saying? Man, you can find my music everywhere. I'm on Tidal. I'm on Deezer. I'm on iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime. Amazon Music. Your boys everywhere. So yeah,
Yes,
man.
yes,
Shout out. Go
yes.
ahead.
Tell them. They need to know who they are talking to right here. You need to get a feature with this artist. I'm telling you, don't sleep on him. I had Bella on the Icy Show the other day. She's looking for features, so that might. She's a new artist in the industry. She's
Yeah,
young, but if you're looking for a female, she got a voice. I'm telling you, she can hit some tones. She can hit some Mariah Carey uh, notes and grande.
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely looking. I
Yes,
saw her on your show, and I'm definitely going to reach out to her because there is some ideas that I am working on that's going to require a female voice. So just by the connects of her being on your show, I'm definitely going to hit her on the back end and see if we can put something together because I'm looking for a female artist to collaborate with. So I'm definitely going to holler at her. So don't be surprised if you don't see a song coming from us real soon. And then shout out to my homeboy Raz. Shout out to St. Lulu. Shout out to the Iccy Showw. Shout out to Don Vic. My people in Boston. Shout out to Bella Levy. Shout out to Donna from Toronto. Shout out to C. Roos, my producer, my sound engineer guy. Shout out to D-Verse Productions, Glasstown Music Group. Shout out to Cut Baby down in Florida. Shout out to Wayne Parchman, CEO of Quantum Stereo Radio. Um, Shout out to my boy Bounce Ball Boogie out in Denver, Colorado. Shout out to Prime Minister in LA, all my LA fans, my LA folks, my Las Vegas fans. Man, if I forgot anybody, don't be offended. It's just all love. So if I forgot you, just know that you got that shout out. You know what I'm saying? My artists out there, keep doing your thing, keep shining, keep going, man. It's a journey. You know, shout out to all the DJs, all the clubs that have booked me, played my music. Shout out to everybody, man. Just the love that I got, and shout out to Rolling Digital. They did my USB drives. Shout out to Lacey Turner. I was filmed with him in the movie in 314. Shout out to my homeboy. I call him Tupac. His name is Jed, homeboy that I grew up with. We've known each other for over 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Kansas family, my Texas family, Miami family, my Phoenix family, LA, Salt Lake City, New York, Boston, everywhere, man. Much love, and it's your boy CI. Yay! Boom!
there we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is interview 572 interviews I've done in 5 years. This is Cobra Immortal from Missouri to Boston 617. Link with him. He's doing big boss moves. If you want to feature, get with him. I'm telling you, managers, if you're looking to manage an artist, here's one right here looking for one. I'm telling you, he's putting into the work. He got a great talent. He's a great artist. If you don't know about him, check him out. He just rapped on here. Shout out to Donna putting this interview together. Much love and respect. And I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show. I hope you have a blessed holiday, safe one to you and your family. I apologize about yesterday. I had my godson, and I actually was supposed to do a grand opening. I apologize to Witches Wander in Haverhill, Massachusetts. They opened yesterday. I was supposed to be there. I apologize to everyone that came out. Things just happened. It was crazy yesterday, but we're here today, and that's all that counts. I needed to get this interview because I'm on vacation for the next week on the Iccy Show. So I had to squeeze you on here. I definitely had to.
Man, thank you, fam. I appreciate it. Like again, salute to the Iccy Show. To you, Jackie. I got much love, respect for you, ma'am. Keep doing your thing. Congratulations on all your endeavors. You got a homeboy in St. Louis, Crystal City, Missouri. Shout out to my Crystal City fam, Festus, Twin Cities. You got people rooting here for you to win. Congratulations on the addition to your new family too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm very blessed. It's been a roller coaster, but yes, it's definitely worth it. Definitely. And salute to you. If you ever come to Boston, link with me. I got you covered. Security and all. So
Yeah,
definitely
most
any artists that want to come to Boston, link with me. You will have tight security. And you will be protected as you're in the Iccy Show hands. That's the best to believe that you're in the best hands ever in this industry. So much love and respect to you, King. Keep on grinding. I hope to have you next year on here again. And if you ever come to Boston, link with me, and we got this. We got this. This is our time. 70s, baby. It's our takeover. 2023 is almost over. 6 more months, and it's over to 2024. And then, it's another rewind. Let's get it. Much love and respect. Salute. Let's get it. Free the Jills.
Yay. Boom. Let's get it.